Hey there again. We here at IELTS Overseas Education believe that when you choose to pursue your higher education, you shouldn't have to choose from becoming educated and being indebted. So, this video will tell you everything you need to know about the living costs when you choose to study in Finland. We explained in one of our previous videos the kind of benefits you can have when you choose to study in Finland. We will now tell you in detail how much you ought to spend for you to comfortably cover your living expenses in the land of the Finns. On average, a student will have to spend close to 700 to 1,100 euros for a month. This is especially a much lower fee considering the other countries of the European Union. Now, we know what you're thinking. You must already know the average living costs. So, without further ado, let us break down the expenses that you might incur on a daily basis. These are the most common expenses that you ought to encounter during your stay in Finland. These can be transportation charges, food charges, Wi-Fi and connectivity charges, and so on. Now, in Finland, most of these are generously subsidized by the country to attract more international students, hoping to bolster their workforce. So, let me explain each of these day-to-day expenses in detail. Naturally, for public transport, you will have to spend close to 55 euros per month. For accommodation, 300 to 600 euros per month would be ideal. Thirdly, for phone, internet, electricity or garbage charges, you will have to incur a cost of around 130 euros per month. And of course, for other expenses such as health-related expenses, for insurance or medication, you will have to spend around 36 euros per month. Please keep in mind that these are only estimates and can vary depending on the student. Now, this is the actual cost that you might incur when in Finland. However, you don't have to worry about showing all of this in your visa documents. All you've got to show is that you can cover, on average, 560 euros per month for your visa approval. This is the minimum requirement. In addition to the above, when you think of living expenses, you need to keep in mind that your living expenses are always compounded with the tuition expenses. Because of this, you might want to have a look at all the scholarships available. This way, you can be sure to reduce your tuition fees from the chosen university. As a student, you may not know which city you might end up in. Don't worry, we've got you well covered. This is where we introduce you to the average expenses per month in different cities that are popular study destinations of Finland. So, here goes. Helsinki, between 980 to 1,580 euros per month. And the second city, Jyväskylä, between 700 and 1,100 euros per month. Next up is Oulu, between 660 to 1,000 euros per month. And last but not the least, Tampere, between 870 and 1,300 euros per month. Well, there are bound to be more expenses for things like your entertainment, other expenses, and some variables. So, for these, we can't necessarily pinpoint a value. These expenses are often dependent on the student and their spending habits. Money is a funny thing, isn't it? We want more of it every day, but when we do have them, we don't necessarily want to spend it. This is why IELTS Overseas Education firmly believes you need to go in prepared and have all the information you need handy with you. Now that you know of all the expenses that can possibly set you back over in Finland, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a like, because this really helps us help you in the future. Share what you know about living in Finland down in the comments below. Although, if you need more help with your student visa application, don't forget to hit us up and ask for help from our experts over at IELTS Overseas Education. Let us help you make your life easier.